Have you ever felt completely out of step with the world around you? Like you see a storm coming, but everyone else is planning for a sunny day. That's exactly where our story starts. Picture a man named Noah. He lives in a time the Bible describes as full of noise and short-term thinking. And into this chaos, he gets a vision, a clear, specific, and absolutely massive assignment: build an ark. Not just any boat. A huge, 3-story vessel, longer than a football field. And here's the crazy part. He's told to build it far from any water, in a world that had supposedly never even seen rain. Can you imagine the reaction? The whispers, the ridicule. Old Noah's finally lost it. But this brings us to our very first lesson of persistence. A powerful vision must be stronger than the ridicule of the moment. Noah wasn't just given a suggestion. He received a blueprint, a why so strong it could fuel a project lasting nearly a century. Your vision, your ark, whether it's starting a business, getting a degree, or building a healthier life, has to be so clear in your mind that the laughter and doubt around you just become background noise. Persistence isn't about being blindly stubborn. It's about being focused and anchored to a purpose that goes beyond what people see right now. But here's where a lot of us stumble. We get excited about the vision. We love the idea of the ark. We might even go out and buy the first few pieces of wood. And then the real work begins. Day 10, day 1000, year 30, the grind sets in. The Bible says Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Not some things. Not just the exciting parts. Everything. The precise measurements. Gathering the specific type of wood. The endless task of coating it all with pitch. One nail, one plank, one day at a time. This is our second, and maybe the most crucial, lesson. Persistence is found in the discipline of daily action. It's the choice to show up when nobody is cheering for you. It's doing the boring, repetitive, difficult work that makes the vision a reality. For 100 years, Noah kept at it. He didn't see a single rain cloud. He just felt the sweat, the splinters, and probably the creeping doubt. He must have had moments where he wondered, did I hear that right? Persistence isn't the absence of doubt. It's the decision to keep building right through it. Your own ark is built in those daily disciplines. The extra hour you spend studying. The difficult conversation you know you need to have. The rejected proposal you decide to rewrite. The workout you refuse to skip. This is the sacred space where dreams move from your imagination and become real. Finally, after all that work, the rain comes. The ark is finished, but the test of persistence isn't over. Now, they have to get inside and wait. And they float, and they float. For 150 days, the storm rages, and then, silence. Just water, as far as the eye can see. Can you imagine the claustrophobia, the uncertainty, wondering if the food would last, wondering when they would ever see land again? This is our third lesson. Persistent people endure both the storm and the silence that follows. The initial crisis might even feel easier than the long, quiet middle period where nothing seems to be happening. Noah sends out a raven. Nothing. He waits, then sends out a dove. It comes back empty-handed. He waits again. He sends it out a second time. This time, it returns with a fresh olive leaf. Hope. But does he throw the doors open? No. He waits another 7 days. He understands that true victory requires perfect timing. Persistence demands patience. It's about trusting the process, even when you can't see the shoreline. It's about doing the right thing, sending out your dove, making that call, submitting that application in, having the resilience to try again when it comes back with nothing. Then, at last, the ground is dry. They step out onto a new, clean world. And God makes a promise, a covenant, symbolized by a rainbow in the sky. This is our final lesson. Persistent faithfulness doesn't just get you through the flood. It builds a new future and leaves a legacy. Noah's persistence didn't just save his family. It preserved the future. His long obedience became the foundation for everything that followed. Your persistence has a ripple effect you can't even begin to calculate. That project you won't give up on. It could change the culture of your entire company. That degree you're fighting for, it could inspire your children and their children. That healing journey you're on, it could break generational patterns. The rainbow is a reminder that after the long work, after the storm and the wait, there is a promise. Not a promise of a life without storms, but of the strength to build through them, and the grace to find a new beginning on the other side. So I'll leave you with this. What is the ark you've been called to build? What vision have you received that feels too big for your current situation? Embrace it. What is the daily, simple, obedient task that will bring it to life? Pick up your hammer today. Drive that one nail. And are you prepared to weather not just the storm of opposition, but the long silence of the wait? Trust the process. Send out your dove, and be patient for the sign of new life. Be an ark builder, because in a world obsessed with instant results, the persistent ones don't just survive the flood. They are the ones who get to rebuild the world. Thanks for watching.